what was also so interesting about it to me at the time was, so Cody Rhodes, after leaving, so he leaves WWE. He was tired of being Stardust. I can't remember. Fill this in for me because you have a better memory for these details than I do. Was his contract up and he just didn't want to resign, or did he ask for his release and they gave him his release? Do you remember?
He asked for his release and it was granted under the caveat he could not use the name Cody Rhodes.
Right. Which he, interestingly enough, though, he went on social media and claimed that he could. After, I don't know if you remember this detail. I thought it was strange at the time. After Dusty passed away, Cody posted, I think it was, it might have been Twitter. He said, I own the name Rhodes. I was with him from the beginning to the end or something like that, which everybody kind of knew wasn't legally technically true, but he was making that claim. But then, of course, once AEW started and he went there, he didn't use the name Rhodes, just like he did not on the independent circuit because he couldn't. He was just right. Cody. He was just Cody. But so he had left. He was tired of being Stardust. I actually thought, how did you feel about the Stardust character? I actually liked it.
Drizzling shit.
You didn't like it? I liked it, but they should have pivoted once it had run its course, and they didn't seem to want to.
Drizzling shits.
Cody wanted to pivot, but they didn't want to pivot. Why didn't? What was there anything specific about it?
It was cartoony. It was comical. It was dumb. It just like even before Stardust, you could see Cody Rhodes had ability.
Sure.
It just was untapped. And we've said it so many times before, like Jim Ross says, sometimes you have to go learn a new hold.
Yeah.
I think Cody, when he went to the independents, betting on himself, he really, came into his own.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important for the audience to know.
But did you object to Stardust in terms of, like, would you have preferred they do something more short term, or would you prefer that they had not done it at all?
I didn't want them to do it at all. I thought it was dumb. I
liked it. I thought it was cool. I popped for it at first. I did. I can't tell if the screen is frozen or you're just in shock.
Never admit that again.
I did. The first time he came out as Stardust, I thought it was cool.
No. Don't. Let's move on. Yeah, I don't want you to bear your wrestling sins here. Like, I've committed some sins in wrestling, like major ones. Yeah. Like, I've popped for some shit I shouldn't have popped for. Yeah. Like, there was a time on Raw that they're like, a major star is coming back. I thought it was Chris Jericho. The lights went out in the arena and I popped and it was The Miz.
Yeah.
I marked out for The Miz.
Sure. That's by accident though.
Yeah, you willingly admitted.
I did. I liked it. I did.
Just don't.
The cartwheel and everything. I like the whole thing. I thought it was fun.
The whole shebang.
I did. The whole kit and caboodle. I did. I like the whole thing. I thought it was cool.
I
like the weird things he would say that didn't make sense. I like the whole thing.
I don't even know you anymore.
I know, right?
I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know Matt Connerton.
Maybe that's not even my real name. Maybe my real name is Pat Monerton, for all you know.
Maybe it is Matt Covington.
Maybe it is, or Matt Connington, or yeah. But no, I liked it. But I do think it went on too long, and there should have been a pivot. There should have been an angle where he says, I've had enough of this or something. They could have done something, but instead they just let it go on. And he talked about it when he first left WWE. He talked about, he went on podcasts and talked about how, like, he had all these ideas and he would go into a room to talk to one of the writers and they would say, they would brush him off. They would say, "Oh, I don't know. I'm too busy to talk to you about what we're going to do with your character." And he even told a story. You've probably heard him tell it. He walked into a room to talk to one of the writers, and the writer was pretending to be busy typing something on his laptop, and Cody could actually see from where he was standing that the computer wasn't even on. And it was like they were just brushing him off, giving him the Miriam Banish is in the chat room and says Matt Calmington. Yes, that's what some of my hypnotherapy clients call me, Matt Calmington.
Well, you're not Calmington when you sit here and say, "Oh, I popped for Stardust."
Maybe I was hypnotized by Stardust. I'm pretty sure he had that ability.
You were hypnotized by shit.
Well, apparently. Well, that's fine.
Drizzling shit.
But
shit everywhere.
But he wanted to pivot, and they wouldn't work with him.
Yes, I would want to pivot. I would want to pivot too if I was served a turd sandwich.
Right.
Like, I would pivot from a turd sandwich to cold ramen. What are we? No. Of course he wanted to pivot.
I got to find a picture of Stardust for people who don't know what we're talking about. I mean, I assume most people who are enjoying this podcast will know.
It was maybe a smidge better than dashing Cody Rhodes.
Now, see, I liked that too because I just thought it was kind of funny.
Well, everyone, it's been a fun ride, but
you didn't like dashing Cody Rhodes?
No. Or him with just a mustache. That was really ridiculous.
See, I thought those were funny because he seemed to have an ability to play those characters. But that's the thing though. They should have. So because he had proven himself, there he is in all his glory. There's Stardust. I know. But because he had proven himself, because here's the thing, no matter what he did, whether it was Stardust, whether it was Dashy, Cody Rhodes, whatever they gave him to do, he always applied himself and did his very best. He had his dad's philosophy on that. Dusty, when he went to WWF and Vince put him in the polka dots, and Dusty said, "Okay, I'm going to get this over." And he did, sort of. I mean, the truth is nobody gave a shit about the polka dots. They just cared because he was Dusty Rhodes and he was going to be over no matter what. But Cody, he threw himself into everything he was given, including Stardust and dashing Cody Rhodes. But that should have proven to them that he could do whatever. So if he wants to pivot, then maybe you listen to him and you pivot. And they didn't want to work with him.
Right. And I mean, I give Cody credit that he worked hard at it, and you could tell he worked hard at it. It just was not.
I got rid of him for you.
Yeah, thank you. But eventually hard work just doesn't pay off if this is what you're given.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's it. Brass tacks.